Hello YouTube, this is Ethan Thomas and welcome to part 3 of my series of videos on the basic rules of bolt action. So this is the setup. We've got the Americans here, the Germans over there. The force selection, of course, is the minimum mandatory unit being a reinforced platoon, 2 squads and an officer. 2 squads and an officer. And both of these reinforced platoons are supported by a tank. In this case a Sherman, and here a Tiger. Now these two force selections are only for example purposes because they're not even on the point side. A Sherman being a lot cheaper than a Tiger. So the Tiger is worth close to, in this case, about 500 points compared to about 200 to 300 points on the Sherman side. I have drawn my first order dice. It's for the Americans. So I will activate this unit first with a run order because I wish to move this unit into this building here, and the distance is going to be more than 6 inches to the door. Therefore, a run order enables me to move twice the distance of an advance order, but I cannot fire. So since an advance order will give me 6 inches, a run order will give me 12. So I will move this unit into the building. When doing a run move, you cannot go over an obstacle. You can only advance over an obstacle. Therefore, if I run to this door, I will have to go around the obstacle to the door. So when measuring to the door, I will have to measure around the obstacle. So I have 3 inches here, and another 7 inches here to the door, so that's 10 inches. And another 2 inches inside there. And I keep the run order dice next to the unit. Now I have picked another order dice, and I will move, or actually I will run this unit here from here to here. So I will just measure 12 inches. When moving a unit, you have to always keep a 1 inch gap between the models to keep the unit coherent. Again, I keep the order dice next to it. I've drawn another American order dice, and now I'll want to activate my Sherman tank. Now, when looking at tracked vehicles can actually move 9 inches on an advance and 18 inches on a run. And when there's a road, you can actually double those numbers. So on a road, you can advance 18 inches, and on the run move, you would go as up as 36 inches. The other thing also you have to take into consideration when moving units is that a tracked vehicle cannot go through an infantry unit. It has to go around it. Whereas if I had an infantry unit in front of this squad here and I wanted to go through it, I would be able to do that. Now let's move the Sherman tank. So I will move it only up to here to give support to my infantry. The other aspect of moving vehicles is the pivot. In other game systems, you're actually able to pivot the tank or the vehicle in any direction you want, either at the start or at the end of your move. But in bolt action, you cannot. You can only pivot, in the case of a tracked vehicle, you can only pivot it on an advance order 90 degrees. So for example here, I could actually only pivot the tank in a 90-degree angle like this. If, like in this case, the tank actually ran, so moved more than 9 inches, then it couldn't actually pivot at all. It would have to maintain the same facing. The pivoting aspect of a vehicle is especially important with some tanks. For example, assault guns, like the Hetzer and the Stug. The reason for that is because it doesn't have a turret. Therefore, when you're moving these types of vehicles, you always have to take in consideration the last pivot of your move to be able to have that firing arc in the right line of sight. Also, you want to make sure to always expose only your front armor, not your side or your rear armor, because the side and the rear have added bonuses on the shooting phase when shot at. Now I have drawn my last order dice for the Americans. So I will activate my officer, and the officer, if he wishes to go over the obstacle here, will have to make an advance move of 6 inches. Because again, you cannot run over an obstacle. So again, I put the advanced dice here. So since all the American order dice have been drawn, that means that what is left in the bag would be only the German dice. Now again, this was only for example purposes, but you see what I'm getting at.